Welcome to the Story Eyed Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Jen. On this show, we talk about all things Williams syndrome. We're excited to share our community with you. Thanks for being here.
We're naked and famous.
You're sending us. Oh, look at that. I love it. I'm getting a GIF.
GIF or GIF. We could get into the whole GIF or GIF debate and see what our listeners pronounce it. I learned it as GIF.
I think it's GIF as well. Do some people say GIF?
Apparently that is the commonly accepted pronunciation, but I always thought, because isn't it like GIF, doesn't that mean like graphic interface photo or something like that?
Photo with an F?
Yeah, photo with an F. So clearly I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I bet somebody knows.
Yeah, here we go. Hey Siri, what does GIF stand for?
See?
For image file reports both animate and static.
Okay. Now, according to the dictionary here, GIF and GIF are both accepted pronunciations.
Okay.
Thank you, Siri.
What does it mean? You didn't tell us what it means.
Does GIF stand for anything? I hope it gives me a political... Oh, graphics interchange format.
Ah, ain't that something?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
This is the content that our listeners and viewers love.
Yep.
Yes. They can go out today and say that they've learned something.
I have to sit a certain way to block all the laundry that I have yet to fold. There we go.
I have some too. Oh no, it's right next to me. You can't see it. Here it is. Here's my laundry.
We have a whole bunch of laundry that has to be folded because we had to go do laundry at my mother-in-law's place yesterday because our dryer died.
Bummer.
In the time that we finished recording with Clancey to when Brendan said he was available, my wife and I quick ran out and bought a new dryer.
Nice. That's amazing. We just had that happen too a couple weeks ago. Dryer pooped.
Yep. Full-on adulting.
R.I.P. dryers. R.I.P. dryers.
Like they used to.
What's that?
They used to last forever. Now they barely make it. It's like 8 to 10 years is what they say.
I will say the dryer that is down there, it lasted almost 20 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. It was
Long lifespan, a life well lived.
Yes, it had served it had done its duty, and now we shall send it adieu.
Adieu. A lot of clothes eating and drying.
Yeah.
What kind of dryer did you get?
What kind of dryer?
Yeah.
We got an LG dryer.
Yep.
I will say, nerdily, I'm very excited because it hooks up to Wi-Fi.
Yes.
It means it'll send me a push notification when my laundry is done.
Yep. You know what? Riveting.
Totally. I wish we could bring Clancey back to be talking about laundry and appliances, etc.
I think Clancey is the only person who is so succinct. She could get a podcast done in less than 30 minutes.
She's quick to the whip.
And boom, talking about stuff. I did this. Here's what's going on. Skablam.
Yep.
She's another one that I'm so happy we were finally able to have on. We've tried a couple times to get her on, but she's very busy. So I'm thrilled that we were able to have her on. Maybe, that's what we should wait until Brendan is off the board and Clancy's off the board. And that way we could just have, Clancy and Brendan unleashed. They can just spill all the tea of what they really think about people.
Right. That's right. That'd be Brendan, are you done this year?
Next year.
So you have one more year?
Yeah. So he goes through the convention, and then after the convention, he's well read. Oh, speaking of the convention, Sarah and Denise, our convention director, went to Buffalo last week and went through and some of the stuff that they're working on for programming and for speakers, etc. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be pretty cool. Buffalo is so very excited to have us come.
You mean the city of Buffalo?
Like the city, the tourism board, the Visit Buffalo Niagara people. There was that a wonderful woman who came to our convention in Arizona from Buffalo. That tourism board. They're very, very excited. And of course, because of when we are having our convention, if people wanted to go early, it's the weekend before is July 4th, before the convention.
Fun.
And apparently the weekend after our convention is Taste of Buffalo.
Ah,
There'll be
Okay.
lots of food and stuff of it,
That's
and
my favorite. Okay, say no more. Say no
so
more.
if people want to extend their time in the Buffaloes, it sounds like it would be worth it.
Options. Well,
So-
we're excited, huh?
Mommy,
Yeah.
when do we go?
When do we go? We're trying to figure out when we can go see our favorite Canadians because they live close by there.
Yep.
And so we'll
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to figure it out.
I'm really happy to have Clancy on. I think you mentioned it, Jen. She just was a very, especially when around the time that Bennett got his diagnosis, Clancy seemed to be had a really high profile at that point.
yeah.
So she was, she was just one of the people that I saw like right away, and one of the first adults with Williams syndrome I ever saw.
Yeah. It's funny. Clancy and I actually met at camp in Nashville when John threw,
Same year that the John Kent when John Kent had. You were there.
yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of full circle that way.
Yep, she's real smart. And like I said, she's for many parents, when we hear her story and we see all that she has been able to achieve, like it just gives you such energy and hope for the future of our kids. And I mean, I'm a firm believer that if you put high expectations on your kiddos, like they can reach those benchmarks. And like I said, she's a great example of that.
Yeah, if you as an individual with Williams syndrome are willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
She put in the work. She, it didn't just come to her.
No.
So
No.
yeah. So all right, everybody, I guess let's get to Clancy.
Yes. Let's go.
I'm gonna go do some laundry. No, it hasn't arrived yet, so I can't go do laundry yet. Shout out to laundry. Shout out to the feeling of being covered in warm laundry.
Yes.
All right, everybody, go curl up with some warm laundry and watch the interview with Clancy.
Hi, I'm Morgan Jane Starkman. I am the daughter of Greg and Joanne Starkman from Inner Sense Organic Beauty, and I'm so happy to tell you something really special. The Hair Renew Scalp Hair Bath and the Hair Renew Soothing Conditioner from Inner Sense Organic Beauty. These clean, safe products help take care of your scalp and hair. They make your scalp feel calm and renewed. I love how they make me feel cared for, and I think you'll love these products too. Let's take care of our scalp and hair together. Try them today and save 15% on your first purchase with my code Morgan15 at InnerSenseBeauty.com.
All right. Well, hello, Clancy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So for those who don't know who you are, or who don't know who you are, or what you do for the Williams Syndrome Association, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So my name is Clancey Hopper. I'm 36 years old. I have Williams syndrome. I live in Lebanon, Tennessee, and I've been a member of the Williams Syndrome Association since I was 7, and I have been a member of the Williams Syndrome Board of Trustees since January of 2020.
That is amazing. 2020. Does that mean you're almost 10?
Yes.
Ooh. How are you feeling about that?
Bittersweet. I've really enjoyed my time on the board, the experiences that I've had, and especially the friendships that I've made. I've known Brendan since 2005. We've been friends for almost 25 years. So
Yeah.
it's crazy that I've gotten to share this journey with my brother.
Yeah, no, it's we have an upcoming fall board retreat coming up in November, and it'll be Clancy's last official meeting. So yeah, the bittersweet feels are real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been on the board for 5 years.
Yes.
That's so tell me like how was it like in the beginning versus like now 5 years later? Do you feel like you've seen a lot of growth in yourself and in the board?
I do feel like I've seen a lot of growth in myself and in the board in general. We've gone through a lot of changes over the last 5 years, and we've all treaded the waters together,
Yeah.
whether things were going great or whether things were not going so great. We were all there for each other and supported each other. And I really learned a lot about myself just being on the board and how to be an active participant in meetings and how to make sure that my voice is heard in every table that I'm at. And just to be an active participant and not just to sit back and let what I need to say be unheard.
Yeah. How did you come on the board? Because I came on after you, so I don't know like your journey to get there.
So I was actually nominated by Stella Carroll, Clayton Carroll's mom,
Mm.
back in 2020. And I applied and interviewed, and Sindra was my board buddy till she left. And then I got Erin Lombard. So I've been in good hands the whole time I've been on the board. And yeah, everybody took me under their wing and showed me the ropes and just helped paved the way for this wonderful 5 year experience that I've had.
Yeah, it's been
Were you
pretty cool.
expecting to be nominated? Did they come and ask you first, or was it like a total surprise?
I was surprised, but I was hoping that I would be on the board eventually because, you know, having Williams syndrome myself and being able to be on the board of the Williams Syndrome Association, I think Brendan and I both can say has been invaluable for us as individuals with Williams syndrome. Like that, the community has enough faith in us for us to be on the board says a lot.
Yeah, no, and it's paved the way for so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really cool.
Yeah.
What about board buddies? For those who don't know what a board buddy is.
Yeah. So each individual with Williams syndrome on the board is partnered with one person or two people that are non-Williams syndrome members who help or who don't have Williams syndrome who help them navigate being on the board. So like if there's any important information that we're having a hard time understanding, they relay it to us in a more easy way for us to understand. Or if we just need guidance with personal matters or whatever it may be, they are there to support us in any way they can.
Yeah, or if we're feeling some type of way about a certain situation that happened within the board, then we can go to them as like a confidant. And like you and I kind of have kind of going on with,
Yeah.
you know, other things and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's cool. Really cool.
Really cool to have Brendan and Gianna come on after me because I've been able to be that for them. And it's
Yeah.
been really cool for me to see their growth and them reaching their full potential as well on the board has been really awesome that I got to share that experience with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of like just went straight in
Mm-hmm.
to the conversation. And I cannot imagine that there's people listening who don't already know you. But I have to say, for people who don't know you, you're kind of like at least for me, and I'm sure many other parents, you are like one of the people that I almost called you a kiddos. You're younger than me, but you're one of the people that I look up to and I think, gosh, when Stella's 36 or 37, I want her to have a life like Brendan or Clancy. Because you have done so much and you are such like an integral part of this community. And it's not just on the board. It's not that you're just on the board and that's why you're so integral. Like you've had an interesting journey like in Williams syndrome. I think one of the ways I first met you was you did a class, I want to say like a session at the convention about like your reading, right? Like you're a really high level reader. So that's a whole thing. which we
Yeah.
probably don't even have time to talk about on this podcast. But you are an amazing reader, which is a challenge for for many in the Williams syndrome community, including my girl over here. But then I started learning more about you. Like you lived independently, and I don't know if you still live by yourself, but I know at one time you did. You've had like several careers. So would you just like touch on some of that? Like your
Yeah.
journey with Williams syndrome and how you've like broken all of these or smashed all these expectations along the way?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with Williams syndrome when I was 7, and then as I got older, I started finding out that there's power in sharing your story because the parents in the Williams syndrome community, like you said, have picked up on it, and like just to not let your disability define you, but you define it, and like the beauty of being able to make your life more of what you want it to be versus what the doctor said your reality would be. So like I've gone and talked at several conventions. I've worked at camp several times.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not one of those people that likes to be told no. And when I am, I love to prove people wrong. It's like one of my favorite things to do, not because I want to make them to feel bad, but because it's important that I know that I can prove them wrong, And yeah, that's just been kind of my journey. I served on the Tennessee Council on Developmental Disabilities for 8 years. I was the leader of the chair of the Leadership Development Committee for that. And so I've just opened myself to a lot of opportunities that have came my way. And I've been given the proper tools and the proper skills to be successful at it. And I'm very thankful.
Yeah. Do you think that comes from your parents, like instilling that in you in a young age, or was that all just your internal motivation?
I think it's internal motivation, but I think it's also that very holistic and helpful support system that I've been given throughout my lifespan. And it's just lended itself to a lot of doors being able to be open. And I think it is partially because I'm so vocal and so kind of forceful in a good way upon people. Like my friend is like, "How are you so friendly with everybody?" I'm like, "I just am." Like people like me for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, one of my favorite things about you that maybe many people don't know is you're really good friends with, are you still good friends with Callie?
Yes.
True. Yeah.
Yes.
And I love that little friendship that like blossomed between you two. Callie is also an individual who has Williams syndrome, and you guys like just found each other and are like thick as thieves. I think that's so great.
Yes, we are thick as thieves. So I was in her documentary, True Love, the film, and she and I just sparked a friendship from that. And her parents are like my second parents. I mean, they really are just a true gift from above, I feel like, and they're constantly wondering how I am. They're constantly begging me to come and stay with them. Like, I don't know, they're just such precious people, and I'm so thankful for the bond that I've been able to form with Callie because I've been able to help her navigate her Williams syndrome in a way that her parents can't because I have Williams syndrome.
Yeah.
Right.
That's been a really cool relationship that's developed because of having Williams.
Yeah. How far do you guys live from each other?
We're 4 hours away.
4 hours away. So
Yeah.
you don't see each other a ton. Or
Right.
do you? Yeah, you don't. Well, and I don't know, Kelly hadn't spent a lot of time, I think, with the Williams syndrome community before the documentary, and then she sort of got thrust into it. And it's like, gosh, what a blessing you are for her because, like you said, it's so well, you can help her navigate through her Williams syndrome journey. Do you see that they're different? Are they different? Like how are your journeys different, I guess?
They are different. Me, I'm a lot more, I guess, self-regulated with like being able to know that tasks need to be done and do them.
Mm-hmm. Like medical stuff?
Yeah, and she needs like help like navigating how to do certain things or like she needs some accommodations in everyday life because she is more medically fragile than me.
Sure.
And yeah, so I've been able to help her navigate uncomfortable situations because of me being, I hate to say higher functioning, but like me being able to see her needs
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
different way than her parents do, you know?
Well,
So
you're a little older than her, right? So that's like the other thing is like you're older and wiser.
she's 22 and I'm 36. So
Oh, yeah. So you're like, I've been there, done that. Here's
yeah,
what you can expect. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
she has really high anxiety, as most individuals with Williams syndrome do. But I feel like I'm more calming for her than her biological family members sometimes because there again, it is that I have Williams syndrome. You know,
Yeah.
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 get it?
Do you have struggles with anxiety or are you I feel like you're pretty calm.
I'm pretty calm and even keel until something like really irritates me or a really stressful situation happens.
Okay.
Yeah. You're pretty cool, calm and collective from what I've seen. Yeah. For the most part.
You know, just go with the flow
Yeah.
kind of person.
Yeah. Are you working right now?
I am not currently able to work because I have rheumatoid arthritis and some other health conditions that have caused me to stay at home and focus on my health. But
How is that for you? I can't imagine you sitting still.
it's interesting. Some days it's hard because I would like to, you know, be more involved, but I also realize that this is a priority for me in
Mhm.
order to be able to do the things that I want and need to do. I have to take care of myself.
Yeah.
And so
Were those health things that you had before, or they were just like they're new things that have come up?
I've had rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and Sjogren's for I've had lupus since 2011 and Sjogren's and rheumatoid arthritis since 22 or 21.
Okay.
Mhm.
But as the years have gone on, it's gotten progressively worse.
Yeah. Yep. As it all does. Just wait until you're my age. You're younger than me, Clancy, and you start getting into the like 40s, almost 50s. It gets rough. And to your point, that's where you realize like that health is so important that like that's got to be your first priority over anything because if you don't take care of yourself, you definitely take care of
Yeah.
others or like responsibilities around you. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I was in the hospital back in June for 3 days.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because of your rheumatoid or lupus?
Because I had a GI bleed, unfortunately.
Scary.
I'm doing much better now.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. The GI stuff is so interesting. I'm realizing that it's definitely more severe than I guess like I've heard at conventions, or maybe I just wasn't listening well. But it seems like as I know Stella has gotten older, some of the things that I'm starting to see are like those GI things becoming way more prominent, anxiety becoming more prominent, right? Stomach issues.
No,
Yeah.
and having issues with my kidneys too.
And having issues with her kidneys. She's
Yeah.
got a whole kidney problem over here.
I
So
know.
that's another outbreak. Do you feel like Brendan, do you feel like your health issues are better now that you're older, or have they gotten like more intense?
I think they're better. I have learned to manage them more in a more positive way, and not just things kind of go to the wayside. As I've gotten older, like my health really matters.
Yeah, you're saying.
And I just turned 38, so I'm getting to that like 40-ish era almost. So I'm eating more healthy now and trying to speak up for myself more if I feel something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Instead of like pushing it under rug and being like, oh, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
When it's not.
For real.
Yeah, well, is there any advice that either of you can give like younger people navigating through Williams syndrome? Like those 20-year-olds have all the life to live?
Just advocate for yourself and advocate for your health. It's very important. Nobody can read your mind, so you have to be sometimes your best advocate and your worst enemy, because I was doing everything I could not to go to the hospital. I did not want to go, but I knew I had to in order to be better and in order to keep the quality of life that I wanted to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, like I had a chest infection back at the beginning of June, and I waited like over a week to go to the doctors, and I should have gone sooner. That way, I could have gotten on medication, which would have helped things progressively. But stupidly, I waited, you know. But you live and you learn, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as you think about wrapping up your time with the board, what do you think is next for you? What are your dreams for the Williams Syndrome Association or for yourself?
That's a tough question. I'm still trying to wrap my mind about my time actually being up soon.
You never really leave, you know that.
Yeah, I know. I
Right.
never really leave, but I don't know. I don't really honestly know what life looks like. I'm very involved in clogging right now. I started clogging a couple of months ago, and I'm hoping to get into more of a competitive space with that.
Awesome.
And I just hope that the Williams syndrome continues to go forth and conquer and just keep helping individuals with Williams syndrome and forging bonds to create better outcomes for individuals with Williams syndrome. I think is very important. And also bringing more awareness to the fact that we are at higher risk for cardiac arrest because of our unique situations. I think that we've got more work to do in that respect for sure. But
Yeah.
proud of where we are, and I'm excited for what the future holds for us.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Are you going to be clogging at convention for us? Because I need to see this.
I don't know. That's something I haven't thought about. I am going to have to get to work on that for sure if that's something that I do at convention.
We should have a talent show. I would love to see your clogging. I'm going to figure out a way. Maybe because I've already told Brendan that he has to bring back the Can Do band. So maybe you could like clog to one of his songs.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
That'd be fun. That'd be
Do you have
really
a
fun.
song? Do you have a song that is a good clogging song, Brendan?
That I'll have to work on, just like we'll have to work on. The clan can do cloggers. Rocky Top. We could do Rocky Top.
Oh, for sure. I know how to clog to Rocky Top.
Okay.
All right. Then lock it in. Let's lock it in. Hold it down.
I'm actually going tonight to watch our competition team practice.
Cool.
I'm really excited. There's 91 cloggers in my studio.
Cool. Oh, it's a thing.
That's
Yeah.
like a real thing. Dang.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're clogging at the Tennessee State Fair next Tuesday night.
Okay. Are you going to post a video on your social media so I can see this? I want to see it so bad.
Yes.
You
we
have
will-
like a full outfit?
Yes.
Costume? Okay. Okay. Cute. I love this so
Can't
much.
wait.
Yes. Thank you all so much for having me again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good to see you and enjoy your November meeting. I hope it's going to be something fun in your honor.
Thank you.
You should get everybody to clog in your honor.
Yeah.
To get some lessons.
I'd love to see Bill Palmer do a clog.
You've been listening to the Starry Eyed podcast presented by the Williams Syndrome Association and sponsored by InnerSense Organic Beauty. The show is hosted by Jennifer Keaton and Brendan Lemieux and produced by me, Joel Listman. All music by Tommy Barbarella and Mariella Elm. Got a question for the show? Email us at podcast@williams-syndrome.org. Video version of the podcast available on the Williams Syndrome Association channel on YouTube and on the Starry Eyed podcast page on Facebook. Audio version available wherever you get your podcast delights. So like and subscribe and help spread some Williams Syndrome awareness.